Welcome back to the channel where we strip away the royal spin, cut through the media noise, and get to the heart of what's really happening behind palace walls. If you're tired of the sugar-coated headlines and the endless double standards pushed by the establishment press, especially when it comes to Prince Harry and Meghan, this is the place for you. We stand for truth, fairness, and defending those who dare to break away from the royal mold. So make sure you're subscribed, because today we are diving into a story that cuts right to the core of royal hypocrisy in the digital age. And it's one you won't hear broken down like this anywhere else. Alright, let's dive right in. So, King Charles III has just made his big Netflix debut. Yes, you heard that right, Netflix. Starring in a shiny new documentary all about the prince's trust. On the surface, it looks like your standard royal PR move. But if you look a little closer, you'll spot some pretty glaring cracks in the monarchy's carefully crafted image, contradictions the palace would probably prefer you just ignore. Because, not too long ago, Netflix was basically public enemy number one for the royals. Remember when Harry and Meghan signed their deal with Netflix? The press absolutely tore them apart. Headlines everywhere screamed that the Sussexes were greedy, disloyal, cashing in on their royal status. The outrage was off the charts. The British tabloids? They were practically foaming at the mouth. Pundits lined up on morning shows, falling over themselves to criticize. Royal commentators insisted Harry and Meghan were dragging the crown through the mud by teaming up with a commercial media giant, especially one that, let's be honest, made the crown, which isn't exactly a royal love letter. And now? King Charles is all smiles at a Netflix event, shaking hands with the execs. Laughs. Oh, how the tables have turned. By contrast, this new Netflix documentary is palace-approved. It serves institutional interests. It's wrapped in careful PR spin. It allows the monarchy to look modern without actually giving up any control. And that's why the same people who trashed Harry and Meghan are falling over themselves to praise King Charles now. We also need to talk about the media's role in this. When Harry and Meghan partnered with Netflix, UK tabloids ran headline after headline accusing them of exploiting their royal links. Commentators on TV called it distasteful and damaging to the monarchy. Fast forward, the same outlets now run glowing features about King Charles reaching younger audiences. The hypocrisy couldn't be more obvious. But it serves a purpose. The media profits from keeping Harry and Meghan as convenient villains, while propping up the monarchy. Outrage sells papers and clicks, and when the palace needs a PR boost, as they clearly do now, the media happily plays along. The palace, for its part, has learned from its PR disasters of the past few years. The way they framed this Netflix project is no accident. They're using the language of progress, calling the collaboration innovative, forward-thinking, an example of modernization. They're positioning King Charles as a monarch who understands the digital age. But don't be fooled. It's not genuine reform. It's marketing. And the fact that the palace is willing to work with the very platform they once condemned proves that the monarchy's public stances are about self-interest, not principle. And while all this PR gymnastics plays out, what have Harry and Meghan been doing? They've built something authentic. They've created Archwell, a foundation dedicated to real, meaningful projects. They've partnered with organizations doing important work. They've produced content that reflects their values, without palace backing, without taxpayer funding, and without surrendering their independence. They've shown that modern royals can succeed outside the institution, and that is precisely why the establishment feels so threatened by them. Because Harry and Meghan exposed a truth the monarchy desperately wants to bury, that the crown is not indispensable, that royals can thrive without clinging to outdated hierarchies. That independence is possible and powerful. Let's take a step back. Why does this matter? Because this isn't just about one documentary. It's about how the monarchy maintains power, through spin, through hypocrisy, through controlling the narrative. And it's about a much bigger fight over what the future of royalty, if it has one, is going to look like. Netflix today is one of the most powerful platforms on Earth. It reaches millions globally, and the palace knows that, which is why, after years of resistance, they're now scrambling to get on board. But they also know they can't erase the hypocrisy. The double standard is glaring. The trust they've already eroded won't be easily rebuilt. So here's the bottom line. When Harry and Meghan made their Netflix deal, they were vilified. Not because of Netflix, but because they dared to step out of line. Now King Charles is on Netflix, and it's suddenly praiseworthy. That's not integrity. That's not fairness. That's control, spin, and blatant hypocrisy. But the world is watching. Audiences are smarter than the palace gives them credit for. And with every double standard, with every shameless flip-flop, the monarchy weakens its own moral authority. Meanwhile, Harry and Meghan continue to prove that authenticity, independence, and values-driven work resonate far beyond royal PR machines. And in the long run, that's the story that will endure. Thanks for tuning in today. If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives just like this. We'll keep pulling back the curtain, because there's a lot more royal spin to expose. Until next time, stay sharp, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next one.